So you were denied an LOC by your credit union. So
It's
you're
not my credit
making,
union yet, but I had applied to credit union, called credit unions, found one that does line of credit. There's only one, and then when I asked about a line of credit, I think they did a soft review of it, or hard one, I forget. But anyway, my credit score eventually went down from 720 to 7 something to 720 because of looking for cards and line of credit. But anyway, they do one, but they said I wasn't eligible because of my debt to income ratio. Even though my credit score was high,
okay,
my debt to income ratio has always been very, very bad. And the reason is that
okay,
being a healthcare practitioner, I am my income is variable, and I live in Arizona, and so the snowbirds leave 4 months a year, 4 to 5 months a year, and there goes my income. And so I've been carrying
right,
heavy overhead ridiculously for too long and got into a bad situation. So cut down my overhead. I
okay.
left my office. So I've been reducing my expenses, but they're still high.
Okay, so,
So go ahead about line of credit.
well, I mean, as soon as because you've got a good credit score, according to what you've got here, so you ought to be able to move into one. So you have a car loan.
I have an equipment lease loan.
So
I got an
what,
equipment lease, and that's the now it's about $15,000, and I pay over $1,000 a month on that. The car loan is 600 a month.
see, if you
Uh,
had a line of credit, you could pay that off and that would be done. You would
which
have that
one?
paid off in no time. The lease.
Yeah, but they will still charge all the interest on it because it's a lease, and they are demanding the interest no matter how fast I pay it off. It's a weird thing. It's almost like a loan.
Wow. That, well, I mean, even with a loan, once you pay off the balance, there's no more interest.
Yeah, it's only a 5.7% interest. So maybe I save some of that money.
Well, I would find out about that today because that's pretty serious. The fact is that I've never heard of a lease charging much interest, much less like a loan. And I've never heard of a prepayment penalty where you can't pay it off.
Oh, I
So
can
that
pay
is
it off.
completely
I
new.
can
That
pay
must
it
be.
off. Maybe they mean I still pay the interest rate up to date, or I'll pay the interest rate on the balance. It's an
Well, yeah,
amortized
that would
interest
make
rate.
sense. Yeah, but that'll make sense. I mean, if you can pay it off though, this 14,466 that you've got, I mean, if you put this into a line of credit, I don't care if it's 14%, you're going to beat that all day long. How long do you have left on that lease?
It's 12 months.
Yeah,
I put it
March.
on there.
March 20th.
March. Yeah. So in a year it'll be paid off. So 12 more payments.
Well, then it's not 5.73 interest because if that was so, there's no way it would pay off in 12 months. So they're not sure. I don't know what the 5.73 is, but your payments, $1,112 times 12, that's
It's
13,353. So you've
yeah.
got 14,000. So they're not charging much interest at all. I don't know where that 5.73 is coming in, but that's not bad interest according to your payments if it's just 12 months. I mean, you're basically hitting all principal with that payment.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to. I mean,
That's
that's
what
paid off in 13 months, and that's just with the payment. So, I mean, you're not getting charged any interest hardly. I don't know where the 5.73 is coming in. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but when I asked them
Is
how
it
much
not?
interest am I paying, they said it was 5.73. That's quoted by them.
I don't know. I mean, I'd leave it alone and just make your payments because that's going to pay off all principal and you're not putting any money in it. So, not
Right.
unless you've been paying on it for a while or something. I don't know how long you've been paying
Well,
on it.
yeah, it was about 5 years. So it's a 5-year lease, and it was a lease with the
Oh,
option to
so
pay
you've
mine.
already, okay.
Yeah,
You've
and
already
so
paid interest. Okay. That makes
it was
sense.
probably all up front and gone
Right.
at this
Yeah,
point.
it was. Okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was just 12 months. Okay.
Well, yeah,
So that
I don't know.
being said,
Not my wheelhouse. I'm really stupid about this.
well, that's okay because the fact is that you can still be working. Let's say that you went ahead and moved it into a line of credit. Let's just say that you did that. What that would do is with the line of credit, you're able to put all of your income in and pull all of your expenses out. So if they gave you a $15,000 line of credit and you were able to put the whole $6,000 that you make in here, you would just start by putting whatever income you could get into this line. So as you do that, your payment's going to be satisfied. So the payment that's 1,112 would go away. Now you're just putting your income in, pulling your expenses out. So you've gained over $1,000 in cash flow just moving that into a line of credit.
So you think I should still try to do that? Well, once I can get a $15,000 line of credit, then I think I'm home free for anything because I have those two large credit cards.
If you were to move this loan into a line, you're going to gain, like I said, that $112 a month that you're currently paying. You're going to gain that in cash flow. So you're going to be at $1,702 for your new cash flow, meaning that when your expenses come back out of this line, you're going to be paying off debt pretty fast.
Got it. So that would be the better one because that's $1,000 a month. The other ones are 500, round up 500, 450 and 450 for the two credit cards. And they amount to 30,000. So I can't do that in a line of credit. So better off trying to get rid of, do the lease instead.
Well,
Yeah?
your current expenses are running $5,489 a month. So when you take out that $1,112 that you would gain just by moving this into a line of credit, you're down to $43.77 for expenses. So you would put the $43.77 into the line, and that will pay out throughout the month, just like you're paying it now through your checking account. It would now be coming through this line of credit.
Right.
So
that would,
let's say this is at a 14%. So we'll do the high balance, 14,466. So say 169 is your interest rate approximately, and that's off of this high. So you don't pay it's an average daily balance, but we'll do it to leave room for error. So 12,946 after your first month, and your income's going to go in again in month 2. So you're at $6,946. So you just keep running this out, and your debt, this one looks like it's literally going to be paid off in less than 5 months.
wow.
Yeah, it's just about how you're using a line of credit.
Yeah.
So let's just continue on here. We're putting your expenses back in again. I'm going to figure your interest again. So 151 approximately for interest. So 11,474. And we're going to do it again. This is income number 3. So you're at 54.74. Do you see how it keeps going down?
Yes, I do.
So your balance keeps going down. Okay. So let's do it again. So you just
like more than $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's because you gained that cash flow. So 134, your interest is coming down as well. Of course, this is high. You won't be paying that much. So 99.85. You're going to do it again. So 39.85. And you've just into month 4. Okay. So another thing you can be doing is with those.
Yeah, my income might go down during the summer, so I probably won't be having as much cash flow. I would slow down in the summer, but then I could pick it up in the fall.
Right, and it doesn't matter because you can still be living off of this line of credit while you're down on your income. Only thing you need to have going on in the summer is that you have some cash flow, which now, you've got $1,700 in cash flow doing it this way. So if you went down, $1,000 a month, you're still going to have some.
Yeah, I gotcha.